Hi, I'm Principal Charette from Franklin High School. I'm here to speak to you today about our proposed schedule for the 2021-2022 school year. You'll also hear from Mr. Westphal today, who's the assistant principal, Ms. Braggins, who is our music teacher, and Mr. Lira, who is a social studies teacher, who are on the committee for the schedule. So to start off, our current schedule is by semester. So year-long classes run in 90 days, and electives run in 9 weeks. We do not have alternating days. We simply have the same schedule with 4 blocks, Monday through Friday. Next year, our proposed schedule is to have 5 blocks a day, rotating on A and B days, and a semester class would then move to be a year-long course, and an elective would then move to a semester class. Now you're going to hear about why we need to change the current schedule. You're going to hear about the implications of not changing, our issues with our current schedule, how we want to improve using our teachers to help educate our students in a better way, having fewer transitions for students and staff, and how we're going to improve the relationships on our campus between students, teachers, and families.
Tim Westphal, Assistant Principal here at Franklin High School, to talk to you about the implications of not changing our current schedule. Please note, number one, that we are doing this because it is in the best interest of our students. We have significant challenges here with regards to our failure and dropout rate that we're not going to adequately address if we don't do anything. It is our belief that this proposed schedule change is going to better support our students by freeing up the schedule and giving us opportunities to support them that we currently do not and will not be able to offer if we don't make this proposed schedule change. It's also worth noting that currently our guidance department spends up to 8 weeks working on add drops with our students because that takes place every quarter. Remember that our semester-long classes are only 9 weeks. So every time there's an elective, the students have that 1 to 2 week period for add drops. And that's a significant amount of time that the students may be missing in their current classes. Remember, of course, if they miss the first 1 or 2 weeks out of 9 weeks, that's a significant amount of time that they will not make up, which puts additional stresses on our teachers. How do you make up for that lost time? In addition, under our current schedule, if you're seeing the same classes every single day, the pace is significant. So those students who miss 1 or 2 days in a row, they are significantly going to be behind their peers relative to their learning in that classroom. So that's going to have a negative impact, not just on their academic performance, but also ties back to their social and emotional well-being as well. So we believe that with the current, the new proposal, the pacing is going to be significantly improved, and thus we're going to see an improvement in both academic performance and the social and emotional well-being of our students here at Franklin High School, and we are excited about that. Please understand, too, that under the current schedule, our students can go up to 12 months without being enrolled in a math, a science, or an English department. So it is our hope to address the statewide assessments and the scores our students are currently performing. We look to address and improve those scores by having them enrolled in their core classes over the entirety of a school calendar year, and thus eliminating the gap from those core classes moving forward.
Hi, Noah Lear from Franklin High School. One of the other implications for not changing our schedule is it limits our course numbers that we can offer to students. When you have a number of classes that are limited at 4 blocks per quarter, it doesn't allow for as many classes to be offered. If you're able to double that up to 10 classes meeting every other day, well then you can expand the course offerings by a significant portion. This also will open up Hewitt and Ag numbers for students here at Franklin who are interested. We'd be able to send more students based on the fact that we would be sending them every other day. Beyond that, when it came to scheduling students for math and science classes, we all of a sudden had realized that there were students in the building that were going an entire calendar year without taking math and science courses. Now, math and science are kind of like muscles. You will lose the ability to use them if you don't exercise with them. And especially for math, a lot of math teachers are finding that they have to start over or they have to start way back and recap a ton of material because it has been a year for a lot of students. So gaining this, having a year-long course to play with is much more beneficial to students. It will help with continuity. And beyond that, for me as a teacher, having a student for either 18 weeks or for an entire year is better for building relationships. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've been in a quarter-long class, you start to understand what kind of student somebody is, and then they are gone. They take a new class after that, and then I've got a new batch of kids who I got to figure out who they are now. Having them for longer would create a better school environment and have teachers understand their students much more.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Braggins, the music teacher at Franklin High School. With our current schedule, we only see our students for 9 weeks or 90 days, when during that time we're trying to build up those relationships, figure out who they are as students, and assess to figure out what type of learners they are to build them for success. With our proposed schedule, we'll be able to extend that time that we have them in our classrooms. This way, we can discover who they truly are as students, who they are as people, and their learning style. This way, we have more time to adapt our curriculum to assess them and build them for success. When we see that they're being so successful, they then fall into the incentives category, and they have more opportunities here in the building. They can come in and have a later arrival, an earlier dismissal, especially if they're working, or have a fun time in our new student lounge that we're going to have next year. With this proposed schedule, we'll also be able to have competency recovery time during the school day. This would be in a learning lab with a teacher working in that specific subject area. Alongside those competency recovery times, we'll also be able to have some new fun electives here in the school. This would again be able to have more time in the classroom with these students, continuing to build those relationships and set them up for success.
One of the additional benefits of changing our schedule to the proposed schedule is that we'll have more professional time for our professional learning communities, which means teachers during their prep period will be able to get together and collaborate and share best practices as a department at least once a week. In addition, that'll allow for more time for teachers to contact families and work with students to remediate competencies or to get extra help as needed or to call home for successes. And last but not least, the administration will now be able to meet with teachers. So whether it be Mr. Westphal, myself, or Mrs. Finley, the curriculum coordinator, will be able to collaborate with the teachers in a common prep period in time to look at data and look at common summative assessments.
I just want to take an opportunity to make sure everyone sees the current schedule versus the proposed schedule. You are aware of the 4 blocks that we currently offer that our students are expected to attend every single day relative to the proposed rotating AB schedule. With these additional blocks built in, we are expecting to better support our students with opportunities that they don't currently have built into the limited 4-block schedule, which does include extending learning opportunities, learning labs, and resource rooms or resource centers to better support the academic performance and well-being of our students. We are anticipating that better academic performance is also going to improve the social and emotional well-being of our student body here at Franklin High School.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video about our proposed schedule for next year. Please be watching for emails from myself to attend a Zoom session where you can ask questions about our proposed schedule, and there will also be a Google form that you'll receive via email so that you can provide your feedback and any questions or comments that you may have. Thank you.